This is part 2 of our Bruiser Brody series. I need you all to like, share, and comment. We're about to get super deep. I don't care if I offended anybody with the fact that I feel that Gorilla Monsoon had something to do with Bruiser Brody's murder, because he did. These are facts. One, him and Bruiser Brody had already got in a backstage brawl where Bruiser Brody beat him. Two, this dude was the head of the territory in Puerto Rico. He was the face of the territory. What have I said that's been wrong so far? Three, he was asking Bruiser Brody to come to Puerto Rico. He was asking him personally to. All you wrestlers that were there that have no idea that this dude was behind Bruiser Brody's murder the whole time, you got to be silly. I take that back. You needed to be smarter. Now, help me make it make sense. You get him over there to Puerto Rico. I see where y'all owed him a lot of money, nearly $40,000. He gets over there and starts asking for his money. And y'all don't have it. That was just to get him over there. You promised him that. That was just to get him over there, so you can carry out your plan. That's him beating down the same dude who would eventually unalive him a few days later. What's his name? Invader 1? Otherwise known as Hector Gonzalez. So this loser lures Bruiser into the shower with a towel wrapped around his arm and a 15-inch blade in the towel. He didn't see the knife. Stabbed him twice. It would have been 3 times, but he fell for it when he was stabbed, and they slipped around and cut off his ponytail instead because they were trying to slice his throat. His intestines were hanging on the floor. 2 8-inch cuts. One through his intestines and one in his liver. But like I said, it would have been 3, and it appears like they were trying to cut his throat, but he fell forward and they made a mistake and cut his ponytail off. King lay bleeding on that floor for 45 freaking minutes. These dumb doctors were back there doing a damn thing to help him. One doctor comes back there and says, seen him visually bleeding with his intestines hanging out, and gonna say he's fine. What? I mean, none of the American wrestlers did anything except one. My mom's favorite wrestler, Tony Atlas. He wasn't in the room when he got stabbed, but when he found out he got stabbed, he did everything he could to save his friend. There were eyewitness reports saying after he was stabbed, people were carrying on, walking over him like he wasn't even on the ground, bleeding to death, like it was just another damn day in the park. Really? They said Bruiser got to his knees, got on his knees and said to Tony Atlas, please don't let them hurt me anymore, brother. Wow. It is unclear how far the hospital was away from the wrestling arena, but I do know this. There was no way they were going to get there. It was going to take them over 45 minutes. I'm going to show you how sinister this was. They knew that it was going to take over an hour for the ambulance to get there, because not only was wrestling going on that night, they had the original boy band Menudo. Guess who was in Menudo at this time? Ricky Martin. Put both of them side by side. This was planned. For what it's worth, they had to borrow Menudo's ambulance to get him to the hospital, and saved him just long enough for him to tell them what happened. Now, Carlos Colon, let me catch you in your lie, bruh. First, you said you were in the dressing room when your hitman, Invader One, who you're pictured here with, Hector Gonzalez, stabbed him. Stabbed him with a 15-inch knife that left 8-inch cuts. Now you switch it up. And now you say you don't know what happened. Come on, bruh. How you gonna be on the scene where he was stabbed and you don't know what happened? Come on, fam. Here go the other part. But you claimed you separated them and you didn't know Bruiser was stabbed. Come on, fam. I'll use your words. You didn't know he was hurt, but you were breaking up and standing in the middle of him, and you didn't get no blood on you. Stop fucking lying. Here's your other lie. This too easy. In another segment, you said you heard a commotion and you and Javika went in and separated them, but didn't you say you were already in there? Make it make sense. Y'all put this concert next to this wrestling event so the ambulance would not get there in time at all. Here goes something more sinister. I've been watching wrestling all my life. Sir, I don't remember you ever wrestling in the WWF. And they inducted you into the Hall of Fame in 2014. When did you exclusively wrestle for WWF? How did you get in the Hall of Fame? But you won't let China in. And I seen the interview where Triple H said she won't be inducted because her involvement in adult films. Well, wait a minute. Ain't Trish Stratus in the Hall of Fame? Didn't she appear in adult films? And no disrespect to her, because I love Trish Stratus. Y'all have let an accomplice or a mastermind to murder in the Hall of Fame. Y'all had this plan for a very long time. We're coming back with part 3, and that'll be the finale.